Welcome, everyone. My name is Chris Rivers,
And I'm Mandy Mack.
and this is Poe on the Call, and we are so super freaking excited to be interviewing the incredible Salish Charming from the Pole Circus, an incredible pole dancer, entrepreneur, and I can't wait to share her story. How are you today, Salis?
I am so good. So excited to be here with you guys. It's our official first podcast, so we're really happy.
Excellent. Yeah, thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us and for sharing your pole journey and your story and also about the pole circus.
Thank
Yes,
you so much for having me. We might have a little visitor. My cat is over here somewhere, so she might come say hi.
that is perfectly okay. We would love to say hello.
Yes.
Alrighty, so I guess we'll start with some basic information just to warm up. How long have you been pole dancing?
All right, so this is an interesting question. So I started a few months before I was pregnant. My son is currently, here's the cat. My son is 5 years old. So I pulled till I was 8 months pregnant. So I kind of took a little hiatus, to have a kid, and then I came back. But yes, that's my whole journey in like a nutshell.
That's incredible. You still came back though after having a child. That's awesome. That's so inspiring for like other mothers out there who might be going through the same issue and might have to take a step back.
Yeah, I mean, my doctor pretty much said that as long as you did it before you were pregnant and you feel comfortable and obviously check with your doctor that you could continue and do whatever form of exercise you were doing.
Yes.
So yeah, and I did it till I was 8 months. I was just so big I couldn't even like walk some days. And that was kind of it for me. But I have seen some other amazing pole dancers do it the whole pregnancy, and it's just incredible. Yeah, it's really awesome.
Right, there was Bendy Kate was all over like up and down, upside down, like I was like, whoa. But
Yeah,
it's
they she
it's
was like doing
exciting.
handsprings. She was doing some crazy stuff. I was like, oh my, I thought I was brave. She's on another level.
For
She is
real.
Bendy, so
That's true. But it just goes to show you like how amazing we are as human beings. We can just like, you know,
we can do it
care.
all.
Yes. Well, and how did you get into pole? Like what was like the draw for you?
So, interestingly, my husband and I moved from California to Florida because it was cheaper. So I just got out of college. He just got out of college. And we're like, we need a change. We're not going to be able to ever like own a house here. Let's just move. And so we moved to Florida, and around the corner from where we moved was a pole studio. And every time I would drive to work, I would see it and I would see it coming home, and I was just like, I'm just gonna have to stop in and see what this is about. And I checked it out. I started with chair dancing with the way I got into it, and I fell in love with it. Everybody was just so nice. It felt like a community, like a family. Nobody was like judging anybody. If you had like a few extra pounds or a stretch mark, they'd be like, it's okay. I have that too. Like, look at mine, or look what happened here. And it was just so welcoming, and I couldn't stop, and I haven't really stopped since. So, yeah.
It is such a welcoming environment. Thank you for sharing that. I'm glad you had that experience. Some people don't, but that is awesome. Any other questions, Mandy? I could go again.
Yeah, you could take it away.
Sure. Okay. So, what is your favorite moment in your pole career so far? Or maybe I know this is hard, so maybe top two, top three.
All right. So, I have one PSO competition, but that is actually not my top moment, you guys. My top moment is when me, my husband, and my little 4-year-old son, we did Thriller. We did a reenactment of Thriller, and we dressed up like zombies, and we only won third place, but like they all got a medal. My husband got a medal, my son got a medal, and it was just so awesome. Oh, our dogs were in it. I painted them with some white spray paint. They were like zombie dog. So that was just totally like something we'll never forget. And it was apocalyptic pandemic. So it was something to keep us occupied. And for sure, like my top favorite, never forget that moment. And then another thing, I got to perform for the pole convention, the International Pole Convention for parapole. And so that was really near and dear because some people know, some people don't know, but I am half deaf. So I do wear hearing aids, and it's been really hard to kind of just accept it. And I want to be kind of like, showing other people, if you have a condition, visible, invisible, you can do this. Like, we're a really welcoming community, and you can come and you can dance, you can pull, you can laugh, you can cry. We all have good, bad days. And so that was near to my heart, to represent the community and be able to do that performance. It was a belly dance performance on the beach. So that was super fun. In Florida, obviously, we have a lot of beaches, but my poor husband had to haul like 100 pounds of the stage pole and set it up, my crew. But yeah, so those are the top moments that I've had so far, but there'll be many more to come, I'm sure.
I love that. The Michael Jackson Thriller. Oh my God. I would love to see that video if you have it anywhere.
I do. You know what? I've had it, and I keep trying to post the original so you could see like the moves to the song, but Instagram and YouTube keeps taking it down. So I had to speed it up a little bit. So it's not too bad, but it's just like, it's like I had to put it out there so people could see it. It just sucks that I can't like have it originally the way that it's intended. But the social media popo, they find you.
Oh, goodness, yes, dude. They've been shadow banning me lately because my sexy posts.
It's too much. I feel like they don't let us do anything because we can't get away with anything.
I know.
Yeah.
I really want to make like a pole social media account, but that's a story for another day. Do you have
For real.
another question, Mandy?
Yeah, I guess I want to thank you for sharing your experiences about, your in the pole world as a hearing impaired polar. And I was hoping you could also maybe share some of the challenges and how maybe pole studios can help make their spaces, events, and classes more accessible.
Yeah, so okay, so there's a misconception that I have to kind of tell everybody when they first meet me. I am half deaf. I'm not completely deaf. But that being said, like, for example, just so everyone can kind of see, like I have, these little hearing aids. But the problem is that technology isn't 100%. So I go to a studio and they think, oh, you have hearing aids, you can hear. Not really. I read lips for most of everything. And if you're turned to me, I can't really hear you. And sometimes, I have had some rude people, well, they'll start yelling at me. And it's like, I don't need you to yell at me. I just need you to look at me and I can read your lips. So it's just kind of those things I feel like where people are just ignorant. And I've learned, obviously, getting older, that it's just people, I think sometimes it makes them uncomfortable if they don't know how to deal with me. And it's not really you. And I feel like that's kind of like my overall message to people who have condition, is sometimes explaining it, being open about it. Because if people don't know, they can't help you. And especially like if you're a teacher or a studio owner, we want to be able to help all kinds of students. But again, if we have no idea how to help you or what is that you need, so now like if ever I take a class, all the instructors know, like they have to look at me or at least turn in my direction, things like that. And I feel like depending where you are, some studios are more open than others, but definitely find a studio that works for you, that's willing to, make you feel comfortable, because all the students are paying for a service and you want to be able to get the most out of it, no matter who you are, really.
Yes, love it. And it's not hard to make the changes to make everyone, because pole is for everyone. And you just have
Yeah.
to, if you have it in your heart, we'll make it happen.
I love that you say that. And to anyone listening, if your studio won't cater to your needs, start your own.
Yes. For sure.
For sure. Thank you so much for that. That was amazing. Um,
Yes,
do
for
you
sure.
do you want to go to like a different sort of question?
Dear her.
My kitty
I,
cat, her name is Lipa.
I
She's
love it.
a
Leva.
rescue,
Aw,
and she's 4 months
she's so.
old, a
I
little
was gonna say
bunny.
she's so small. Yeah,
She's super tiny, yes. She
my
likes to
cats are
be
like,
involved. Oh, you
I
have big
love
cats.
it.
You have
yeah,
a
they're
Garfield.
huge. Yeah,
You have a Garfield, but we call them the big ones. Eat the pizza.
yeah. He is a
He did
Garfield.
soda.
I love it. Cats are my favorite, but I'm severely allergic, so it's dogs for me.
Ah,
I'm allergic too. That's what's so crazy. When I first got her, I had to take a Sartec for like
Mm.
2 weeks. I bought a neti pot. I know it's not sexy, but there's this thing called a neti pot, and
I
you put
love
it with
that.
water. It's all and it comes out. It does help when you have
Yeah,
allergies.
I
ah.
love the neti pot. Yes.
Yeah, I used to be allergic to cats, and now I'm not. So maybe it'll change.
I
Yeah,
hope
Yeah.
so. I mean, I love dogs, but
Chris,
definitely
I
want to
have
get back in
hope
the
for you. If I could do it, you could do it.
I love it.
So quick thing, it was almost like I had the flu when I first got the cat. I like tested for COVID and everything. But the thing is that the second I stepped out of my house, I didn't have the allergies. When I was in the house, I'd be like crying, sneezing. I couldn't breathe. It like stuck in my throat. But
Yeah.
after, I think it was like 2.5, maybe 3 weeks of the neti pot, I got better.
That's so amazing that it worked. I tried the neti pot at one point, but it wasn't not for me.
It doesn't, it's not for everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
Love it. Oh, I'm gonna try that 3 week stretch. I've only done like one sitting here, one sitting there. Awesome. So that was a fun ride. Do you have another question, or I can ask
Oh
some
yeah,
more?
I was going to ask about what other types of fitness or cross training or anything like that you do beside like activities outside of pole.
So, my, I guess, cross training of choice is dance. I love to dance. So I like Zumba, but sometimes I can like hyperventilate because it is a lot. But I do like salsa dancing. So there is like a salsa studio. It's kind of small near where I live, and they do like social, and it's like 5 p.m. to 8. So it's not like a club. You just go with other dancers, and they'll be like, "May I have this dance?" And you're like, "Oh, yes, you may, sir." And then everyone kind of trades partners. So even if you bring like a date or like a husband or boyfriend, whatever, you have to share. It's like a known fact. And I love it. You leave drenched, like your clothes is like super, super sticky, sweaty. But it's super fun. You burn calories, and I feel like it really does kind of help because with pole we do, especially when we do competitions and pieces, you are dancing and kind of training, weightlifting, all abs at the same time. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's what I like to do.
Nice, just keeping it fun the whole way. We don't like
Yeah,
workouts that are not fun.
No,
I love that.
we do not.
Absolutely love
Excellent.
that.
All right, Chris, do you want to take the next question?
Yeah, I have them in a specific order, but we always change them. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your pole training style and your philosophy that you might have that might help others or different things like
Okay, so just kind of like with my whole journey. I've done, I think, five competitions. And so in the beginning, I would make a mess of it. I'd be like, I want to learn these awesome tricks, like these new, super hard, like advanced, totally like you could barely see it, you know, out of your league type of thing. And then you go in the studio and you're like, all right, let's be a little more realistic about what we're trying to do here, right? And I've learned that, especially if you're going to do a competition, Pete, like do what you're good at, whatever that is, do that. And people are going to see that you're comfortable. People are going to see that you're enjoying yourself, that you love it. A lot of us are like overachievers and we want to try to just go above and beyond. And the judges can see that you just learned that trick yesterday. And it's just not a good look. So I feel like that's kind of my advice to anybody who's willing to listen is just, you know, be yourself. If your instructor says, oh, you know what, you're really flexible, put in 100 splits. We're gonna love it. Like there's nothing wrong with that. If someone else is like, oh, you're a really good dancer, maybe make it more dancing and add a few really cool moves that you've mastered 100%. But just be your authentic self and something that's genuine to you, because when you try to do anything else, we can just tell. And I mean, A for effort, but it's not quite going to get you placed if that's what you're looking for. And that's been my struggle in my years of training and everything. So yeah, that's kind of my advice.
Thank you for sharing that. I mean, I'm glad you shared that because I forget that all the time just to be myself. It's like you said, we are overachievers and perfectionists and we want to do the next best thing. And it can be a humbling experience. So I'm glad you share that with us.
Yes, of course.
Right, like it's not about getting all like the biggest, best tricks. It's, you know, you could be doing dip turns, but you could be doing the dip turn in your own personal way, and that's what is memorable. Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Put your own twist, your own style to it. Very important. Have fun. That's what this is all about. Fun. F-U-N, the F word. Totally lame, but it works.
I love it. Just remember the F word.
Yes, we forget that. We're so busy training. We're so busy trying to, whatever it is that our goal is, that sometimes we don't have fun and we're just going and we're like in this mentality of like train, tricks. And it's like, wait, it's supposed to be fun.
Yeah. Right. Like, especially like the last few weeks before a competition too. And you're like, but like you have to just keep reminding yourself of the F word. Yeah.
Yes. The new F word.
It's rebranded.
Rebranded. The Pole Circus F word.
Yeah.
Keep it PG.
Oh my gosh, please make that shirt.
Yeah.
That would be fun. Yes. Oh, there I go again.
Which brings us into an awesome next question, because you bring up the Pole Circus fun and the Pole Circus. I'm so glad I found it. I can't wait to this is my first year and I can't wait to do more and progress, because it is, like you said, so fun. Can you tell us more about that? Maybe how it started? What do you do for the pole community, and maybe upcoming events?
Yes, of course. So the kitty cat wants to say hi. So basically, like I said, I have done 5 competitions. So I feel like, and they're different companies. So I did PSO, which is really strict. You have to have certain moves, and depending what category, you have to hold the moves for 3 seconds each move, or else they don't count it, just to kind of give people an idea of how that works, which is brilliant. And then I did another competition. My point is that I just wanted a place to perform, to just kind of enjoy the art of it, not be so worried about like, how many tricks am I supposed to do? How many splits am I supposed to do? How long? Like, it was just like too much. And I felt like the community was lacking a place where people could just kind of express their creativity. So that's where the idea came from. And so the Pole Circuit is international. I wanted to kind of join everybody and every kind of people, you know, no discrimination, everybody included, and all apparatus. So we've had like double poles, like somebody that used 2 poles to perform, which was pretty cool. Chains, lyra, hammock, silk, you name it, we don't turn it down. It's kind of our philosophy. And the score sheet is standard for everybody. So basically the best performance wins. So the one that has the background, the makeup, the costume, the storyline, almost like a Broadway show, like Halloween on crack, like that kind of vibe. So the Pole Circus, I felt like was the best name for it because I feel like it is a circus. It's just everything and anything kind of goes, and we're all here to celebrate each other and enjoy aerial arts. And so that's just kind of the idea and the concept of it all. And we do have a showcase division, so that that's even less rules. So basically anybody and anybody, any level can do the showcase. And then the competitors, which is something I wanted to do as well, is most of the competitions, first of all, they're very expensive and like to join. And you don't win anything. You get a medal, but there's no actual prizes. And, you know, we like a little free things sometimes, right? So we joined with X-Pole. We got really lucky. X-Pole is one of our sponsors. So the overall winner of the Pole Circus gets a pole shipped to their house. So our last winner was in Malaysia, and it was really cool to kind of see her get the pole at her front door, super excited, a whole world away, literally, because I'm in Florida. And so that's just nice. And to kind of get the camaraderie of, you know, people, and this competition we have coming up, Naughty Valentine, we got a request to do 18 and older. So that way it's like more sexy and just a vibe kind of geared towards that. And that one pretty much, you know, it's the same thing. Anyone and everyone could join. So we have, you know, Australia, we have New Zealand, we have cats involved, we have UK, we have, what else? Malaysia, we have China, Hong Kong, Mexico, Canada. So it really is just kind of joining all of us under one roof. And that was my vision. And I'm hoping to, you know, just bring people together and everyone get to know each other is what it's about.
I love it. You just made me so excited even more to be because like, we both entered and you know just even to be showcased to get you know next to people from around the world is just so exciting.
Yes, and I can't wait to see your guys' piece. I wait till show day, so because the judges are the ones who judge. I have nothing to do with the judging, and obviously they're world-renowned judges. They're all
Yeah.
really famous, and so I don't see anything until show day. And so it's like, I'm right there with you with the popcorn, like, oh, okay, that was cool. And we have like, so the platform that we do the show is called Crowdcast. So it's more interactive. So as the videos are playing, you get to like chat with other people. And it's neat because, you know, like I said, they're from all over. And so you're chatting, they're like, oh, that was so cool, Mandy. Or like, awesome job, Chris. And you're like, she's messaging me from China. Or like, he's messaging me from Australia. And you're just like, it's like neat, you know, fun experience.
That
I
is
love
awesome.
it.
Yeah, thank you so much for starting the Pole Circus. I'm glad I found it. I'm hoping by others watching this, they feel encouraged to maybe finally start competing because they're, like you said, it's expensive. It could be difficult and really, really hard and technical and
Yeah.
Yeah.
strict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much. That's so exciting.
So just to kind of let you guys know, we have decided to do 3 shows a year. So we're going to do Naughty Valentine, yes. We're going to do Summer Fun, and then we're going to do Halloween. So those are our 3 shows, and they're all pretty much going to be the same, as in whoever performed the best. And each show will have different world famous judges, and each one will have different prizes. So like this time we're giving away to every division winner. We have poleware from California, and it's called Twisted Movement, which is super cool. And then next one, Summer Fun, we're working on a grip. It's called Pixie Grip. So that'll be cool to give to the winners. And then what else? Oh, the book, the PT pole book, which I'm so excited. Have you guys heard about this thing? They're coming out with an anatomy book that's insane. Yes, we're giving that out for Summer Fun. I am.
Need it. Yeah, I need it.
I need that book.
I think I saw that the other day.
Yeah.
You're right. That is incredible.
It's really cool. So, so the book, you know, you get like a paper book if you want, or online, it's like 3-dimensional. So you would see the jade and all the muscles and movements and tricks involved, for example. So that just blows my mind. It's never been done before. And that's what we're giving away for the Summer Fun competition and showcase. So it's really cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Technology is so cool.
Right?
2022 set up for me for trading.
Man, that book will be so helpful for everyone. Like, especially if you like can't feel a muscle, be like, there it is. Look for it. Feel it.
Yes, for sure.
I mean, the prizes are exciting, but I'm even more excited for the theme, Halloween and fun. I'm like, oh my God.
And also, I'm excited for the judges. Like, that was a big draw for me too, because you know, you want to be judged by people who you really look up to and are inspired by, and your judges are really like those people. So I'm excited for them to like look at me.
Yeah, and we have different ones. Like we have a Stefania, which is from Mexico, and she is like the queen of like leggy, sexy stuff. It's so cool. Then we have Selena from Russia, and she does floor work like badass. And then we have Squeak Machine, which she's more into like with the character dressing up, anime type vibe, which is like super awesome. So we have all different kinds of people from different places. We have Derek, who's very traditional, and he's very like acro, gymnast. So it's just gonna have like different combination of people. And obviously Colleen Jolly, which runs the Pole International Con, which is super cool. So we have like a lot of different different people out there for judging.
Love it. Love it so much. Thank you for doing that.
Gee, that is awesome. Also, like I just kind of got my nerves excited, but so scared.
No, don't be scared. We're all here to support each other. It's what it's all about.
That is incredible. Oh, I'm so excited.
So happy you guys are performing. I can't wait to see what y'all come up with.
Yes, and hopefully more of our students will get involved too, because we have a competition team this year. We're trying to like get everyone involved in all the different types of competitions. So
it'll be awesome.
Incoming.
We're all trying for this one, but they weren't having it. But summer fun.
Yes. So you mentioned that type of grip. Is that what was the grip again?
So it's a new grip. I think it just came out like 3 or 4 months ago. They've been working on it for years, but it's called Pixie Grip. So it kind of specializes like Rafaela, I don't know if you know her, she uses it, and Athena, and they Athena went to World. And so they do like these flips and these like insane tricks. So it's really strong, and it's, not gonna let you down. There's some grips out there that don't really work after a while, unfortunately. So that's what it was kind of made for it. It's really cool. And it has like a little pixie wings on it. It's just a new grip that came out. And so we're excited to, help promote them. And they have some really incredible athletes using it already. So yeah.
Nice, excellent. And it's available now to purchase.
Yes, it's available now. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Well, we can include that link for sure when we post this episode.
Awesome.
Well, Chris, you want me to take the next question?
Yeah, that's okay. I don't even remember who asked the last one.
Right, we asked that one and that one. Okay. What is your favorite style of pole?
I feel like every other moment I discover a new style of pole. So that's a very loaded question. But my go-to, I feel, is always kind of like old school, like very just Gemma Lux style, showgirl. But that's just, me. That's kind of what I do naturally, so to speak. But I do love all styles. I try to expand in my horizon. There's a new one, the name kind of escaped me, where it's like super quick. Like it's a faster style of dancing with the pole that came out. And I think that's like really cool. And I'm trying to open up to more like the exotic Russian style. I find very fascinating. I just haven't quite, mastered. There's like a lot to it, but that's what I'm, drawn to. Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. I love the wide range of styles because sometimes you just can't pick one.
I feel like you gotta mix it up, So I have like my go-to, and then the one I want, and then like one that's like super cool, but I don't know if I'll ever get there.
Yeah.
You gotta like mix it up,
All righty. So I'll take the next question. What are your non-superhuman hobbies and obligations besides your superhuman pole dancing?
I don't know. I feel like, okay, my plants, I call them my babies. They have names. We have Mickey and Minnie. And they're canepas, which is a Puerto Rican fruit. So it's like a giant grape, you know what they are? Yeah, they're super good. And then I have roses. And so that's like my lemon, avocado, and little mini bell peppers, the mini ones. Yeah. So that's kind of my de-stressor when I just want to like escape reality. I take care of them, the plants. And I've started like painting and drawing. I don't think I'm very good at it, but I did that with the Rona, the COVID lockdown pandemic. And so we started doing that. And then my son likes to cook, but I do not think I'm very good at it. My husband's always like, oh, it's burning, mama's cooking. But yes, I try. Okay. I'm learning on the YouTube, getting recipes. So they're not really superhuman strengths, but we're working on it.
It doesn't matter if you're good at them as long as they feel good.
Yes. I think it's the cooking with the family, or even like one time I invited some friends over, like a double date, and we made sushi, and it was so fun. No idea what we were doing, but it was good. And it was a whole thing of like being together and kind of doing something, and it kind of unifies you, and it's fun, and you just eat it. I mean, it's rice and like veggies and stuff. You can't go wrong. So yeah.
And you just turn it into a sushi salad if it, you messed it up.
Like the bowl, right? A sushi bowl.
Yeah. It's fine. Excellent. So does that mean you do all the pole stuff for your just main line of work, main source of income?
Oh, okay. So that's a different question.
Okay.
He's at Hobbies. Yes. So my 9 to 5. All right. So originally I have a teaching degree, right, in California State. And I did teach online for a while, but it don't pay, you know. I mean, if you're a teacher out there watching this, I love you. I know the struggle. The struggle's real. So yeah, so I ended up just getting like a random job working for Toyota, answering the phone, and I love it. It's from home, and I work like really crazy hours. I work 5 a.m. to 1:30, and but I like it because after that I can teach pole, I can pick up my son, I can do dinner, and it's just, you know, it's easy for me. I could do the pole circus. It doesn't like interfere with my life.
That's perfect. Excellent. Yeah, sometimes do you ever want to like do pole as just your main thing, or do you need like something else to like have as to like decompress? Because I also have like another thing where I do to like take my mind off of the pole stuff. Because sometimes it's too much.
I feel like, I mean, for me, my main goal would to be to have a physical studio, like my own studio would be like the dream. But you know, I'm just not there yet. It does require a lot of money, you know, to build out for the rent, blah 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 blah. If anybody's looked into it, you know. So yeah, so at the moment, I mean, I feel like a lot of my life is consumed by pool, and I'm constantly doing it. I'm constantly thinking of it because I do run the pole circus and I do teach. I teach private and I teach at a studio. I teach chair at a studio. So it is kind of already there. I feel like for me, even though like I'm working answering the phones, I'm probably like, okay, what is it that I put and what move and what happened? And no, that's not how you do that. So my mind is always pole, pole, pole. It's been infested, and I think I like it that way. It'll stay like that.
And it's good for us to maybe stay integrated into the real world too, so that we can like help change the world a little bit.
Yes.
Awesome. So let me see. Where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years with pole dancing or with anything in general?
All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. So we are putting together international workshops. So we have like Coco Ki Hong, he's the China world champion of pole. He's going to be doing a workshop, and we're working on it. So it's April 2nd and 3rd, and we're going to announce it on our Valentine's show. And basically, we plan on doing those. So whoever judged previously, just, you know, imagine the pole circuit, the judges, then in a few months, they'll do a workshop, right? So for example, like Jack Spencer is going to do her famous Back to Basics, which is what she does on Instagram. And then we have Yoko, I think she's Hong Kong. She does insane like chair tricks and stuff like that. And that's what we're hoping to do for now with the Pole Circus. So we'll have the 3 shows, sorry, and then we have the workshop. Ideally, I'm trying to find a circus to have the Pole Circus in. So we'll see. I'm getting the allergies, the cat. So yeah, so we're trying to see if we can find a circus, because I want like an actual tent. And then we would like rent the space in order to have the show. So that's like my goal. I'm hoping in the next couple of years, we just have to find a circus that's willing to partner with us to do it, because getting a tent is out of the question. But setting up a stage and poles and stuff within a circus, I think would be something really cool that people might be willing to fly out. I mean, I want to perform in a circus. Like, I would sign up. I'd be like, what? That's a cool experience. So yeah, and then obviously my ultimate goal would be like to have my own studio and stuff like that. We sell like the shirt, and we sell like the necklace. So, you know, support the cause, y'all. But yeah, obviously just to kind of make it bigger and better. So we're starting with online. We do love it. The connection's awesome. But ideally, it would be nice to kind of have everybody meet in person and have that one-on-one connection just with everyone, and more personal, I guess, is the goal.
Oh my gosh, these are amazing opportunities that you're giving pole dancers. Like, I'm so excited for myself. I can't even wait until everyone else hears all of these wonderful things. And like, I will be searching Marketplace for for a circus big top if there is one.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, we've even thought of like Orlando, because I know Orlando has like Disney. So they have a huge performance community over there. We just need a circus that would come every year and then be able to speak to that, you know, whoever owns it or whatever the name of that company, so that we could do it every year is the goal, to have it. So that's the thing. We're hoping maybe we put it out there, somebody will agree agree to host us so that we can do it, because it would definitely be, it would be something in the books, you know, something that's never been done before. It'd be really cool.
Love it. We'll have to light our candles and pray and everything.
Oh, won't I, please?
Do you have any other questions, Mandy?
Um, I guess we went through all of our regular questions, but I guess that just one question that you have for polers in general. Do you have any just general advice to give to maybe polers who are starting, or you know, just polers in general on their journey?
Yes, of course. So I guess because I've taught a lot of beginners and I feel like they get really intimidated. That's like the main thing, especially if they go in a class with like other people and maybe they come in and they have like a t-shirt on and yoga pants and, you know, everyone else is half naked, which is normal. But I would just say for beginners, you know, just, I know it's hard, but try to like just do you. You know, like if you want to go there for exercise, just do your exercise. Like it's hard to think that nobody's judging you, nobody's looking at you. But honestly, like when I go to train and I'm in my little, you know, sports bra and whatnot, like I'm not worried about you. You know what I mean? Like whatever it is you got to do is fine. And if you have questions or I know a lot of people get like shy, they don't want to say, you know, oh, can you please do it again? And just kind of be verbal about what you need, because I think that's the biggest thing is a lot of people don't verbalize what, you know, if they need to see it again or if they're uncomfortable, whatever reason, you know, just open up about it and try things. You'll be surprised. Some people, they come in and they think they're going to suck and they knock it out of the park. And some people come in and they're like, oh, had like a bodybuilder come in once, like all like ripped, you know? And then they try to get on the pole and it's like, terrible, no coordination, complete disaster. So you never know. I'm not saying all bodybuilders. I'm just saying that was one instance. All the bodybuilders are going to come after me now. So what I'm saying is that you never know. Just give it a try. Go with an open mind and have some fun. Enjoy yourself. That's all.
I love
Love
that.
it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I
like
think for a lot of us, before pole, we have trouble like understanding that we can take up space. And then like when we go to pole, we realize that, you know, we're here. We can take up the space.
No,
Yeah, and it does build. Yeah.
it.
So it's really great that you say that. Just like, you know, continue on and you'll have like a transformation that you won't even
Oh,
believe.
last comment. So I know a lot of people, they like to do pole, but they don't want to like be associated with it online. So maybe because of their job or maybe because of their family. And honestly, we know that. So if you tell us, hey, you know, don't post online, or if you're going to record, I'd rather be to the corner, we will totally cater to that. Like we understand that. And a lot of us, myself included, have had to deal with certain, you know, situations or family members and explain it. So we know. And a lot of beginners, they probably think, oh, they're all okay with it, or they didn't have any struggle with introducing the pole world to their family or job. And that's not true. I feel like if you talk to a lot of us, we've had some sort of, what do we call it, pole discrimination, either family members or jobs or whatnot. So we do understand if you don't want a picture or a video. I feel like that's like a big thing I wanted to address real quick.
I'm so glad you addressed that because it is very important. We've actually gotten questions on that. So here's a little tidbit. Upcoming episode, we're talking on ways you can share and building confidence and overcoming not sharing in pole dancing.
Yes. Very important.
I'm so glad you said that. It is super important. I love that you said that. I do have one small tidbit. Is there anything else you want to maybe promote or say, or anything else you're part of that you want people to know of? Anything at all?
I guess just, Naughty Valentine. Come check out Mandy Mac and Chris February 12th at 3 p.m. We're selling tickets at thepolecircus.com. And my next performance is in June at the Pole Con International. It's in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you guys haven't already, definitely check it out. If you want to meet me in person, or if you just want to go live and have some fun, they'll be doing like workshops, there'll be performances, and everybody gets to meet everyone. Super cool.
That is awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And can we have all those links? Yes. We're going to put that all in the bottom. So y'all heard it. We're going to have all that information down at the bottom for the Pole Circus, Naughty Valentine, the showcase, her showcase that she's performing at. I'm so excited.
Can't wait.
So many things, so many amazing things.
2020.
Hell yeah. Well, I think that's all the questions that I had. Chris, do you have any more?
I think that's all I had as well. Lord, is there anything else you want to offer? Anything? I mean, I think I asked that, but
yeah, I think I mentioned everything. I mentioned the workshops that are coming up in April and everything. Yeah, everything covered.
All right.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time. It was so exciting to hear about your pole journey, your life in the Pole Circus, and I'm super excited for the future of pole, because there's people like you in it who are, making everyone's futures brighter, especially in these like crazy times with ridiculousness. Yeah. We just want to have a good time.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. And I love what you guys are doing with the podcast. I think it's important to, get the word out there. So that's really cool. You guys have to keep up the good work too.
Thank you so much. And if there's anything you want to talk about or like need from us, or if you want to see something on the show, or even if you want to come on again, just feel free to reach out. We would love to talk to you again, or just to say hello.
Yes, definitely. I would love that. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
So thank you so much for listening to this episode, everyone. I'm Mandy Mac.
And I'm Chris Rivers. And we are
signing off.